Hello, great people. Welcome to this great podcast, Unity Radio 54, and welcome to yet another episode of the Unity Hot Seat. And the edition today is Marau Decides. You heard him, our guest in this period, same period last year, and it's precisely a year now that we hosted him. You heard what he had, and he's come back. He's reformed, maybe with new ideas, refreshed. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is Nelson Mandela. So Nelson, welcome to this other episode of Unity Hot Seat. We interviewed you in the last electioneering period here at Maasai Mara University, and now this year again you've come up with another. You're behind another coalition. So labda tu kwa faida ya wale wenye bado hawakuwa wanamjua ni nani, wale ambao bado hajafika pale YouTube kuangalia ni nani, labda acha atuambie ni nani, then we shall continue with this story. So tell us, for the new members who are yet to subscribe, who never watched the video before, so just tell us a brief introduction of yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ndai, and the entire Unity Radio podcast. For those who don't know me, I'm Mandela Nelson. That is all I can say.
Mandela Nelson, questions arose when yesterday I produced and shared a poster inviting people to listen or to watch this show, and it brought many things. People asked me, what is Mandela still doing at Maasai Mara University, and others asked me who is he actually in the CLM, and what does he do in the CLM, and what is he still doing in the political, or what role does he play in the politics of Maasai Mara University. So let's just begin by answering that bit, Mandela.
Thank you very much. You see, in life,
yes,
there are two things that are very, very, very personal and subjective, not objective. That is health and education.
Health and education.
Whatever brought me to Maasai Mara University was education.
How many years down the line?
I can't say, because at the end of the day, it has given yield to whatever I needed. For the doubting Thomases, I'm a first year pursuing MA, that is Master's Arts in Geography. Yeah, I'm a student. I'm a bona fide member of MUSA. So, for the people who don't know, and for the purpose of clarity,
Mandela, I don't want to say that I believe or dwell in rumors, but I had rumors as I was having laps around the school. I had rumors that Nelson Mandela, this guy, graduated last year and came back and enrolled for a diploma course, and after enrolling for the diploma course again deferred. So what is your opinion, or what do you say about these rumors circulating your education?
I think that those are far much ahead from rumors. They are hallucinations propelled by people living in the world of fantasy and the enemies of progress. I'm a student. I graduated last year on 17th, having scored second class upper division. That automatically qualified me to do masters. So because I don't walk around telling people what I'm doing, I've told you life, there are two things that are very, very subjective and personal. That is health and education. I don't have to go around telling everybody I'm doing masters and doing diploma. And so it is personal. Yeah.
So maybe apart from telling us or telling the viewers who are now watching this show, maybe have you told anyone else, or how did this rumor of you taking a diploma course and deferring again, how did it come about, if maybe you might know?
See, in life, you have to have a strategy. You tell people what they want to hear, but you know what you should be telling them. The rumor of me doing diploma was from last year, when I was about to graduate, and was telling them, you say what, I may come back to do diploma. But when I had the maximum, not even the minimum requirement to do a master, the maximum, I said that I'm going to do this. And I'm always a busy man, so I don't meet everybody and tell them whatever I'm doing. So long as I'm a member of MUSA, and I want to tell them that all these things going around are for the union, not for the university. That is Maasai Mara University Students Association. That is MUSA. There are three definitions of being a member of MUSA. You can be an ordinary member, you can be honorary member, and you can be an associate member, of which I think I fall under two strong categories. Ordinary member, you are a student, like the way I am. Associate member, you are alumni of Maasai Mara University. You are allowed to be part and parcel of Musa. Being an ordinary member, you pay the subscription fee for the Musa activities. And also being a honorary, somebody who did not study in Maasai Mara, somebody who is just interested in the activities of Maasai Mara. Maybe he or she have learned about them in social media and has vested interest upon joining us. Then you become by interest. So it is by interest. So I'm strongly confined within the first two, and I'm confident.
Okay, now let's get into business now, Mandela. Now, last year, we called you the terrible organizer, or rather you called yourself the terrible organizer, and people started calling you that. And this year, someone has whispered to me a name, the political animal. Are you one?
Last year was a terrible organizer. This year I'm the grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
AKA the political animal, but the big brand for the year is the grandmaster.
So how did this grandmaster thing come about?
I just believed in myself. I've worked around the clock, and we've delivered elections to the best team. Whatever we are doing right now, or any time we are doing, is that we are shaping our skills. We are leaders. From this time going forward, I think most of the students who are in Maasai Mara University, anybody who have got leadership ambitions, will now venture into active politics, including Mr. Mandela Nelson. So whatever we are doing right now is training, learning, and also making ourselves to be well acquainted with the logics outside there. So right now, maybe I can say I'm doing what somebody did to me some years back. I was nurtured. I also joined university as a green-on in politics. I came to pursue criminology, later on change to be a teacher. I was nurtured to be a leader. And I think very well that it is of good cause and good faith to give back to the society. That which I was given, that I did not come from home, I should be giving it to another person. So it has been good. Doing politics is not about talent. It is like Maasais with their kuruka and everything. They don't ruka every day. They wake up kuruka and whatever.
Yeah.
But it is seasonal. They do other things. When it comes to that season, when there is that ceremony, they do it. The same with me. It is politics season. Other times we do other things. So when that time comes and somebody shows you that, you say what? Kiongozi tafadhali. Nisaidie kufika hapa na hapa na pale. I look at you, then the possibility in you, the gene in you are, the manifestos you have, and the realistic approach in that manifesto, not just manifesto, are they realistic, are they achievable? Once that is done, we regroup ourselves, tunangoja opponent pia waanze, and then it becomes so nice. Once we win, we brand ourselves name. Yeah.
So apart from being nice, apart from winning, being nice and branding names, what else do you gain?
Hiki tu ni tamu bana. Sasa ni tamu bana.
Usema hakuna kitu kingine mnapata? Ni ile raha tu na
whatever somebody may think we gain, I think it is just an imagination. Because you look at maybe the expenses, the energy, the emotional expense, the physical expense, the you yourself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, once you've decided to be a protagonist, you will attract enemies and critics, which I'm used to, because I've told you we are going direct to the 2027 politics. So we get well acquainted to that. Whatever somebody may say, you're bound to benefit. They're very few, and they cannot substantiate the role we've done in politics. Remember, politics is not an event; it is a process. So you start from day one hadi uko mwisho. At the end of the day, mimi nafurahia tukishinda. It is the sweetest thing when you laugh at the losers, and then at the end of the day you tell them, see, this is what you are supposed to get. Join and work with other people to achieve the best. Thank you.
Unajua nimekueleza hilo swali maksudi because a few weeks ago I hosted someone and I don't know to mention his name. He told me that those people are entrepreneurs, now referring to you and the team at large, that you're entrepreneurs. So are you entrepreneurs? And I asked him, what do you mean by entrepreneurs? And he told me that, Ustad, I know you'll host Mandela someday soon. So ask him. And here, this question, I throw it to you. So what did he mean? What do you think he meant by the term entrepreneurs?
I cannot be in his shoes,
Yeah.
but the word is entrepreneur is something relative. It's said so many places.
Yeah.
I want to tell you is that in leadership of the students' fraternity, there's so many things that are supposed to be done, including tendering. But why do people dwell in so much tenders? We have representation.
Yes.
We have bursaries. We have issues like work study programs. Why should people dwell in this? This is just a smaller bit. An event that takes about almost 2 weeks, and 2 weeks after this time, we remain with other things. Tenders are for students. If in one way or the other somebody invites me that, Mandela, at least at a point you are doing this business, your ideas and your experiences are well good as you do your 1-2 things around, please help us manage this. We do that. It is not by default, and it is not by default. While we hang around, we do all those kind of business and whatsoever around. Service providence to the students matters a lot. Have they complained? Have the students complained seeing me around? Maybe holding a sufuria or somewhere? These are rumors propelled by people who have lacked focus in whatever they are doing. No. If this business are there, how many students, if they say I'm at a certain premise, how many, the question is that, how many students are there benefiting from that, directly or indirectly? That is what they're not telling me. Thank you for that.
Now, looking at the background of where you're sitting, I can see Comrades Liberation Movement, Usawa kwa wote. So, if I may abbreviate it, Comrades Liberation Movement, that's CLM, not LCM, as I saw somewhere. How did this coalition come about? Because I believe it's a coalition. I've been seeing it. I've done things about it. I've wrote articles about it. So, how did it come about? Because I'm meant to believe that maybe you're leading it. So just dismiss the rumor if you're leading it or not, and if you're spearheading it, how did it come about, and what was the idea behind it?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. CLM is not a coalition; it is a movement, and it is a movement.
And how is it a movement?
This is a group of members from different ethnic backgrounds, sharing the same interest. To spearhead towards giving students better service providence. The reason as to why it was called a movement. The other side, the opponents had what we call a coalition, Supreme Voice Comrades, or Supreme Comrades Voice. Supreme Comrades Voice.
Yes.
No. So at the end of the day, we say that, do the students need the Supreme Voice? What about the ordinary people? How will they be fostered upon? If you are supreme, how are you going to reach out to the ordinary students? In bracket tuseme mama mamboga in that aspect. Wale students wenye wanakalo ita Serengeti hivyo. If you put yourself to the aspect of being supreme, it means that you have a status quo where the ordinary students cannot reach you. And that is why we say, because they formed it before we formed ours. We are going to launch a movement. We are going to make a movement that is going to liberate one against supremacy in any aspect. If it is business, that those people who are perceived to be supreme, we are going to liberate them against that. If it is about the status quo, you are a leader, people cannot reach you. We are going to have a very nice platform where students can reach you. The liberation is going to bring back the leadership to the local level, whereby you don't see yourself as a bigger student, but you're just a student who represents others.
Okay, earlier in this talk, you've told me that when someone comes and asks for your assistance in maybe anataka kufika mahali, anataka hicho kiti, sasa anataka kibila na kuja kwako ili apate msaada. So you've said that people do come. So do you just take all of them, or there's a criteria of who you choose, and how do you choose the people that you want to support yourself?
I want to say that we are optimistic that the bill by Babu Wino will go through so that next time, the next elections will be held based on universal suffrage.
Yeah.
One man, one vote.
Yeah.
Politics is about strategy. And I will say that again. Politics is about strategy. It's not about strength. At the end of the day, it is a strategic candidate who wins. That candidate who knows what button to press at what time will carry the day. And I'm not allergic of saying that. If it's about strength, Baba and my team and everybody, the Azimio people who would have won all along from 2002. But it's this person who knows what button to spread at what time. So if somebody comes at the eve of the politics and the leadership quarrels, the best I can do to you is advice. First of all, go and look for marks.
Now,
look for marks, look for delegates. And at the end of the day, I usually tell them after we finish discussion, tunaweza kusanyia fee kama umeshindwa kulipa fee, kama uko na tashwishi kulipa fee. Tunaweza kusaidia kusimamisha delegates, lakini hatuwezi kusanyia marks. Portals are individually owned. That is a qualification. So you go to the ground, soma, tafuta delegates. Then at the end of the day, tukutane huko mbele. Who has listened to the advice, who has actualized the task. From there, we start sieving that you are a good student of politics. You are able to be corrected, and you learn. Thank you.
Now, shifting gears a little bit, you know Hillary Oduor Joey, aka Joey Mdogo. There's this thing that came up. Allegedly that maybe you molested him in some way or another.
Okay.
And he went ahead reporting it to the inspector. So what happened? What really happened? Are his allegations true?
The allegations, according to me, are half substantive. I don't want to speak about them because they are matters before the police. Thank you.
It's all right. We cannot finish this talk without, of course, you telling us where you think you'll be in the coming elections that are beginning at 11th. That's on Tuesday. What do you think? Will you win or lose? And if you lose, what direction will you take? At least for once.
First of all, I will say that I'm not a big student. But I'm this student who is interested in politics, and I love politics so much. It is passion. For us to be doing all these things, and actually last year we won, today we are also winning. It is a matter of when, not even if. It is a matter of when. And the when is on Wednesday next week. I want to confirm to you guys that CLM is a pace setter. And without lying to the audience, and I will tell people confidently that we've been setting pace and we've done extremely a very good job, including launching the mannerism in our candidates, manifestos, the collective aspect of approach to issues, especially delegates, issues going to the administration to see how things can be solved amicably during the political season. That does not give us, and that does not make us end in conflicts. A CLM is planned, very organized group, and I'm telling you without fear and any form of allergy, because I was vaccinated against lies. CLM is going to win this election. Take it to the nearest bank.
Take it to the nearest bank.
We are winning this election with a landslide because we don't know what they think we know, but we know what they know.
That's the parting shot from Nelson Mandela. It's been a great interview. I really thank you for honoring this interview and coming. And all credits to our camera person, Alan Dongo Rex, and also to Rich Kid Studios for giving us this kutupe mandhari. Wanasema mandhari, umeona mandhari imekubali Mandela. Ukitaka kupiga picha safi unakuja hapa bwana.
Sawa sawa. Kila mtu
mandhari imekubali
promote rich kid.
So wale watu ambao kwa around Maasai Mara University na pia wenye wako Narok unaweza fika hapa Rich Kid Studios. Kuna services nyingi tu atakuwa akielezea.
Hata kama uko far, unaweza book. Rich Kid is using Rich Kid flights. We shall reach you. Now we shall promote comrade. Once a comrade, always a comrade. Thank you very much.
Haya, sawa. So thank you listener for being thank you dear viewer for being with us till this particular time. It's been a great interview with Nelson Mandela. I hope you've heard, and I'll be engaging the other team also because they have asked me to. So stay tuned, keep subscribing, like, share. Hey, Unity 24, your number one campus podcast. I've been your lost and I will stand.